Alright, so the new game Mindseye is out now, as we can see on Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and Epic. However, not too much great reception. If you take it over to Steam, we can see that all reviews stand at mixed. 42% of all the 725 reviews are positive, with the rest 58 being negative. If we scroll down to check out what the players are saying, we can see most of them have left a negative review. One player notes, raise a glass to everyone who took the risk to form their own opinion of the game. Build a Rocket Boy, I genuinely wanted you to pull this off. Sadly, this game plays like crap. Another player says, I truly wonder who playtested this game before they released it, but they need to be fired. Another player notes, 60 euros for a pile of crap. Another player, I believe this one, says Cyberpunk 2027 meets Saints Row 2022. And if you guys remember, Saints Row 2022 was a disaster of a game. He says, I have a RTX 3080, so naturally I should be able to hit 60 FPS on 1440p with high settings. However, that's not the case. He does leave some positive things about the game. He says the OST seems pretty kick-ass. Gunplay is pretty good. With some weight to each weapon, story is engaging, explosions are probably some of the best I've seen in a video game, driving feels really, really good, comparable to GTA. However, the negatives, performance, can't shoot blind when in cover, things you think you can take out behind, you can't. Game is way too easy, even on hard. Side content is literally made by Barb in the Games Forge mode. Now, if you check out this article by Player One, the article says Mindseye is getting mostly negative reviews on Steam, but is it really that bad, they say. Mindseye gets mostly negative reviews. Mindseye is not seeing what it expects after its release, particularly as according to Comic Book Gaming, the game is being swamped by negative reviews on Steam from players who were unsatisfied with the experience. They also note now players who bought the game and tried it out for themselves also noticed the same thing as early access users, and that the game is not living up to its hype and has fallen short of expectations. If you take it over to Eurogamer, this is an article that they had published a week ago. Eurogamer says, Mindseye studio execs depart, build a Rocket Boy only 1 week before game's debut. And as we can see, writing on LinkedIn, former CLO Riley Grabner, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name, said he was proud of what the team has accomplished during his time there, stating that during this tenure, the company had doubled in size to over 450 employees. He did not give a reason for his departure. In addition, Billy Rocket Boy's CFO Paul Bland has also left the company after 2 years. And over on Discord, people are not happy. One person on Discord notes, trying to keep an open mind, but that's sus indeed. Another wrote, people don't bail right before they are releasing a hit, usually. If you were the CFO at Rockstar, a week out from GTA 6 launch, would you resign? And obviously that's a rhetorical question, and the answer is no. If we take it over to Twitter, Pirate Nation notes that Mindseye took 8 years to develop, $300 million, releases next week with no hype, and this was posted a week ago, as we can see on June 6th. Synth Potato notes that Mindseye is a complete technical disaster. He says, avoid this game right now at all costs. Some of the things that he noted are that the game is locked to 30 FPS across all consoles, and it suffers from constant stutter issues. It has messy performance on PC due to Unreal Engine 5. Very buggy across the board. Crash issues for many people on both PC and consoles. Did not send out any review copies, and only praise seems to be coming from sponsored creators, and terrifying face bugs and ragdolls, as we can see in the pictures he uploaded. So this picture, obviously a terrifying bug. Checking out another tweet from Pirate Nation. He says, Mindseye just released and it's not looking good. And let's take a look at some of the pictures he uploaded. And we can see there's only about 2,700 people in game at the time of release. This guy says 10 minutes into Mindseye, and he's showing a screenshot from his PS5. And in the screenshot, we can see that the game has crashed. There are crashes on PS5. Nick Tech says FSR doesn't work in Mindseye, even though it is supposed to have day one support. And Reforged Gaming says the Mindseye game seemingly sent no review copies, and Metacritic allegedly doesn't allow users to review for 24 hours. Xbox user scores is from fans who pre-ordered and have not played the game yet. Taking it over to Mischief on Twitter, he says, "You cannot convince me that Mindseye wasn't originally the NFT-looking game everywhere, and a pivot happened after the inevitable market crash. It could also explain why IOI is publishing the game, a bad investment desperately trying to pivot before the money runs dry." And you can see this is the game that just released, and this is the NFT game that was supposed to release called Everywhere, but it didn't because the NFT market crashed, and now people are speculating that this is a pivot. Obviously, an interesting take. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. If you like the video, leave a like. And if you like this type of content where I give latest gaming news, leave a subscribe. Helps me out a lot. And I'll see you in the next one.